African people, wherever you are, if you are walking, you stop. If you are sitting, you stand. If you are moving, you pause.
Africans don't dislike Black Americans because we lost our culture. It's because deep down,
when are we gonna realize we have no allies?
The goal is to isolate you, badmouth you, so then when you begin to speak up about what happened to you, nobody believes you.
I want to address my fellow blacks, regardless of the location you are coming from, whether it's in the Caribbean, the Americas, Europe, or in Africa. You need to listen to me, and listen to me very well. Do you know the reason as to why we are disrespected? Do you know the reason as to why some races feel more superior than us?
What I need Black Americans to understand is that we don't have no Diaspora Unity and we don't have any POC allyship. These past few days, even weeks, when you get on TikTok, all you see is Black Americans being slandered by every other racial group and ethnicity group. We got Africans trying to tell us our history and where we come from and all this other stuff. Then you got the whole Zulu parade argument with the South Africans, and then you got the West Africans joining in, all kind of stuff. Then you got us going against the Native Americans. Then you got us going against the Mexicans, the Arabs, and the freaking Chinese and Asians. When are we gonna realize we have no allies? And I really want us to stop thinking that. Like, we really don't have any allies. We're at the bottom of the barrel and nobody likes us. That's why they're all attacking us at once. All these other racial groups and all these other ethnicities are literally ganging up to go against us. And y'all don't see it? I guess I'm the only person that sits here and sees it. Every time I see a live on TikTok, it's always mentioning us. Black Americans this, Black Americans that, African Americans this. And it's like, bro, we're literally the topic of the conversation. These people know who we are. They know the power we hold. And they know that we're awakening, and they're just trying to suppress that because everybody benefited from us not knowing who we are and not knowing our true power. And now that we're tapping into it, it's making them mad. And that's why they're attacking us. Y'all gotta lock in. Whether a lot of them want to admit it or not, a lot of these other racial groups and ethnicity groups need us to survive. And now that we're not giving them that survival no more, they're going crazy, bro. I'm telling y'all. Watch what happens when we stop investing to the Arab stores, the Chinese stores, and the African stores. Watch what happens. I promise you it's going to get worse. Their true colors are really going to show. Stop paying your taxes. The Native Americans won't get funded no more. A lot of these foreign countries won't get any more aid from the United States because guess who money that they're sending overseas? Our money. Come on now, you got to lock in. It's time for us to realize that this whole world relies on our back. This whole world functioned because of us. And once we take that power back, it's going to be over with for everybody else. They're not going to know what to do. But guess what? We always going to survive. So stop arguing with all these people. Stop going back and forth with these people because it's not worth it. They're upset. They're angry. They're jealous. They're miserable because they know who we are. And they're trying to keep us from finding out who we are.
The issue of gaslighting is trending now. Now that we're talking about how the West will always label Africa in a negative way for them to win over us, we have a very well-performing president, Ibrahim Traore. We have been doing very positive videos about Ibrahim Traore. Now that we wanted to showcase what this guy is doing and how he's being so much beneficial to Africans. But what is happening? The West is coming with some narratives that this guy is using the country's resources to enrich himself, or is using the country's resources to fund terrorism. Terrorism existed even before Ibrahim Traore came into power. The reason as to why they are fighting Ibrahim Traore, it's because this guy is not allowing being used as a puppet of the West. You know that? I didn't know it. So often I've seen differences between African Americans, African living in America, because I don't believe the fact that you are living in America doesn't make you an American. Yeah, you are an African living in America. Whether you found yourself there as a result of slave trade or you went to work there, you are not special.
How did the black community go from fighting for change to resisting change and challenging people that want the change? Is it the fact that you've been bought by capitalism? The fact that you can drive that Benz the way that white man does? So now you think you've made it? And so now you've forgotten the fight. You've forgotten who you are. You've forgotten your identity. Even Jay-Z at the top of the top said, still a nigga. Don't matter how high you get, babe. Don't forget who you are. And that's to empower you, not to disempower you. I feel like we have become so individualistic, and I'm not completely against individualism, but to the point where you're not your brother's keeper, to the point where someone holding you accountable offends you, to the point where you're not thinking about your community as if you're not going to have children who are going to be birthed into this community that you are allowing to be, that you don't challenge, that you don't counter the culture, you don't have an opinion, you just submit to it all. We would rather coddle each other's bullshit than hold each other accountable. It's funny they told you you were free, but your mind is still enslaved. When I talk about change, I mean challenging the system, challenging our identity, challenging religion, challenging everything you've been taught to believe, blindly you've believed since a child. Change comes when you challenge your narrative. Change comes when you hold yourself accountable. Because we can't just keep blaming Massa over there. All I know, as for me and my household, we shall serve the Lord. I can't control people beyond me. I can say my piece and leave. But my household, me and my household, we will love and liberate each other. We will hold each other accountable so that these cycles of trauma end with us. The only reason cycles of trauma go from generation to generation is because no one wanted to do the work. And you're about to pass down a shit ton of bullshit to your children because you don't want to do the work, because you don't want to think for yourself. It is genuinely a shame, the downfall of the black person. Because even though you're going up in society, you've lost sight of everything.
Time you see your fellow African, please have so much respect for that person. Whenever you see your fellow black somewhere, please treat that person as your own brother, whether you have met before or not.
The black community is dead. And it's been hard for me to admit that it's been dead for a long time. As someone who's pro-black, pro-us, pro-our love, it's been hard to admit that we don't really love each other, we don't really support each other, we don't really have each other's backs. And don't get it twisted, other communities are just the same, but at least they know how to stay on code. We don't. We will dog each other out to other people. We will shame ourselves. I mean, I'm gonna still stay pro-black regardless, but what I will say is, instead of focusing on the community and trying to save everyone or bring everyone along with you, it is so important to focus on your tribe. Focus on finding those select few black people who you can really rock with. Leave the bonnet warriors alone. Leave the insecure men alone, the insecure women alone, the fake woke people alone. Many are still asleep. Find the ones who are wide awake.
Do you know the reason as to why it's only these black neighborhoods they are labeled as crime-prone areas?
When a narcissist can no longer control you, they will then begin a smear campaign against you, assassinating your character to anybody who will listen. The goal is to isolate you, badmouth you, so then when you begin to speak up about what happened to you, nobody believes you. Anybody who believes the smear campaign without hearing your side of the story wasn't on your side to begin with. They never liked you. The narcissist smears your name because what they are afraid of is exposure. Narcissists live in paranoia. They always fear being exposed because they know that what they do is wrong. They are aware of their malicious, abusive, and manipulative tactics. Narcissists also smear your name because they are desperate to regain control. If they cannot control you, they will try to control the narrative surrounding your name and your reputation.
It's because they know that you guys are not united. And they want to make sure that no one has trust on you. If you're doing business in such a neighborhood, no one is so free coming to that neighborhood and having business with you. Why is it that Harlem in New York is labeled as a crime-prone area? Why is it that La Boca in Brazil is labeled as a crime-prone area? We have seen African tigress do videos from that neighborhood. Was she attacked? She wasn't. She was walking with her camera and no one dared touch African tigress. In fact, those guys were so much protective to her. How comes that whenever you're going to Jamaica, to Trinidad, you are given a travel warning that be careful, the neighborhoods there are not so good? Why? It's because you are visiting a fellow black and they know that whenever blacks unite, we win. When you're going to Jamaica, what's wrong with having dreadlocks? Because they know that most of Jamaicans are dreadlocked, I believe so, and they believe that dreadlocks are associated with criminality. Is that true? Not everyone is happy about what I'm doing. I stopped traveling purposely to talk about African unity, to talk about Pan-Africanism. And I'm so happy that you are receiving me so well, but I still urge you something. Since not everyone is excited of what I'm doing, please ask for your protection. I know someone might come with their negative comments. Not everyone likes what I say here. If you really support African unity, please support me. Whenever someone talks negative about whatever I'm saying, please support me. And finally, make sure that you like this video, comment, share with your community, and subscribe to this channel. My name is Go See Africa.